Hello students, myself Snehal Sagre, and in today's session we will see about Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory from the subject Industrial and Technology Management. At the end of this session, you will be able to define what is motivation, you will be able to relate the motivation and describe Maslow's theory and also implement Maslow's hierarchy of the needs theory. Now, let us see first what is motive. A motive is an inner state that energizes, activates, and that directs the behavior towards the goals. The motive is a restlessness, a lack, a force which determines one's behavior. Now, next we'll see what is motivating. Motivating is nothing but that involves understanding the motive of one's person and satisfying these motives. For an organization, a manager is a person whose crucial task is to motivate the employees by channelizing their motives. For example, when the work is concerned, it could be associated with a work appreciation, promotion, and an increment in the salary, which is involvement in the decision, which is a two-way communication, and other things also associated with the work. Coming to motivation, motivation is nothing but work itself. A motive is an energizer of action. Motivating is the channelization, and that is recognition and activation of the motives. This to govern the behavior of an individual. As motivation involves motive, motivating, and the behavior, it is a complex process of starting and keeping a person at work in an organization. Motivation is something that moves the person into action and continues him into a course of action. The concept involves needs, wants, demand, wishes, etc. of an employee. Now let's see what is the definition of motivation according to McFarland. McFarland defines motivation, which refers to the way in which urge, drives, desires, and aspiration or needs that direct or control or explain the behavior of human beings. So, in short, how motivation came into glance. Firstly, the motive, that is nothing but a need for an individual, which could be a money, power, social acceptance, or a promotion. Next was motivating it, the activation of need or providing the satisfactory environment, such as giving a resource to the employees to perform their duties, appreciation of employees, and which leads to motivation. So, engagement in the work behavior, that is, involvement in the job, punctuality in the job, could be taken a motivation. So, in all, we have seen there are the three stages to have a desired motivation to come into role. Firstly, that is the motive. Next, motivating. And lastly, comes to role is the motivation. Process of motivation. The process of motivation includes need, establish goal, take action, and attain goal. Firstly, need. The need creates wants and desires to achieve or obtain something. As we know, goals are established based on this desires and wants, which are a result of need, and actions are taken based on goal in order to attain it. If goals are not achieved, same action is likely to be repeated. This process of repeating successful behavior or the actions is called to be reinforcement. Importance of motivation. Motivation puts human resources into action, improves the level of efficiency of employees, leads to achievement of organizational goals, builds friendly relationship, and leads to stability of the workforce. Motivation. Motivation is important to an individual and also for a business. So first let's see how it is important for an individual. Motivation will help him to achieve his personal goals. If an individual is motivated, he will have job satisfaction. Motivation will help in self development of an individual. An individual would always gain by working with a dynamic team. Nextly, concern with business. So, the business aspect, motivation will help to empower out the team. How? The more is motivation given to employees, the more empowerment of team is possible. The more, if the team is worked on and individual employees' contribution given out, more profitable and successful will the business become. During the period of amendments, there will be more adaptability and also creativity among the employees. Motivation will lead to optimistic and challenging attitude at workplace. Before starting with needs theory, let us have a glance on the history. Abraham Maslow is considered to be the father of humanistic psychology. He is famous for developing the hierarchy of needs theory. Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory is a classical depiction of human motivation. This theory is based on the assumption that there is a hierarchy of five needs within each of the individual, and this consideration could be taken as the urgency of this needs to be varying. Now, next, let us see what are the assumptions of Maslow's theory. First, the first assumption which was made during defining of the theory was humans are basically trustworthy, self-protecting, and self-governing. Next assumption which was made out by the Maslow's theory was satisfying the needs is healthy consideration. The third aspect of assumption was taken blocking the gratification of needs causing sickness or the evil tendencies. Starting up with the Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory, the first stage of needs comprised of physiological needs. Next was security needs. The third was social needs. The fourth was esteem needs. And the fifth was the self actualization needs. Now let us see in brief one by one. Physiological needs. The most basic needs of man are physiological needs, which are related to basic necessities of life, which are required to keep a man alive. These are the basic needs of air, water, food, clothing, and shelter. Next was safety needs, the second level of hierarchy, considering after satisfaction of physiological needs, people think of safety. Safety needs include the physical, environmental, and emotional safety rather than the protection. First, physical safety. It refers to physical bodily security. For example, safety against the attack, accidents, disease, or any other unexpected factors. Economic safety. It means safety of earning, arrangement for an old age, job security, security of source of income, or other things. Psychological safety. It means safety of one's prestige or status, etc. Affiliation or social needs. Man cannot live alone. He needs friends or relatives with whom he can share his feelings of joy and sorrow. So, this includes belongingness, recognition, companionship, and other things. Esteem needs. The next hierarchy level is esteem needs. These needs are considered as per the internal aspect and external aspect. These needs satisfy the ego of a man. These are related to status or a prestige. Internal esteem needs. This includes self respect, confidence, competence, achievement, and freedom. External esteem needs include recognition, power, status, attention, and admiration. Self actualization needs. This include the urge to become what you are capable of becoming, or we can say what you have the potential to become. It includes the need for growth and self containment. It also includes desire for gaining more knowledge, social service, creativity, and being aesthetic. The self actualization needs are never fully satiable, but as an individual grows, the psychologically opportunities keep cropping up to continue the growing. Self actualization needs are the needs which fulfill a personality, induces one to be an achiever in the field. For example, a painter wants to be the best painter, an artist wants to be the best artist. Now let us see, first of all, what all these levels define to. Level 1 to 4 are called to be deficiency motivators. Level 5 is a growth motivator, and the people rarely reach to this level. The obstinate of needs is usually a cause of stress and is particularly taken into consideration at level 4. So here we have seen the five hierarchy leads of theory levels in which the first to four level as defined are considered to be deficiency motivators and the level 5 is estimated to be a growth motivator. Now let us see how the Maslow's hierarchy needs theory was been taken into consideration with five levels. The first level which we have studied was physiological need, which was seen with the aspect of basic needs considering air, water, food, etc. Next hierarchy level was considering the safety need. In safety need, we have seen it comprised of physical, economical, and psychological needs, which could include shelter, which removes out from the danger. Next, we have seen was social need. The social need was considering up belongingness, affection, and other parts. The next hierarchy level was considering the esteem need. Esteem need comprised of ego, prestige, and status. And the last hierarchy level we have seen was self actualization, which was achieving individuals' potential. Let us see the limitations of needs theory. It is essential to note that not all the employees are governed by the same set of needs, as it could be different individuals may be driven by different needs at the same point of time. It is always the most powerful unsatisfied need that motivates an individual. This theory is not empirically supported. The theory is not applicable in case of starving artists, as even if the artist's basic needs are not being satisfied, he will still strive for the recognition and the achievement. Now let us see the key takeaways. According to Maslow, we have defined five categories of needs. First was physiological, safety, social, esteem, and self actualization. In this theory, higher needs in the hierarchy begin to emerge when people feel they have sufficiently satisfied the previous need. Although later research does not fully support all of Maslow's theory, as his research has impacted other psychologists and contributed to the field of positive psychology.